Good morning. Welcome to Pilates Mat Fusion. I'm Joy Paulson, a Group X instructor with Tahoma Athletic Club, and I'm excited to share this next 30 minutes with you, exploring a little bit about Pilates and a couple other surprise moves added in. So let's take a seat on the floor. Let's start with our feet in front of us, flat on the ground, our knees bent. Spine is nice and tall. In Pilates, we talk about breathing a lot. So let's do that now. Let's take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to blow out through pursed lips. So as if you're blowing out a birthday candle in slow motion. So let's breathe in, exhale. One more time. Nice deep breath in. Feel those that rib cage and those lungs expand. Now exhale through pursed lips. Good. When we talk about Pilates as well, we're going to be moving our spine through all four directions, all four different movements. So we're doing flexion, rotation, lateral movement, and extension. Let's explore a little bit of that right now. With our feet flat on the ground, our hands comfortably in front of us, we're going to take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to tilt your chin to your chest and roll yourself slightly forward so that your forehead is close to your knees. Feel the curve of your back and your spine. Hold right here. Inhale, and as you exhale, bring yourself back up to center. Nice long spine. Good, let's do that one more time. Inhale, exhale, tilt the chin to the chest, roll that upper back forward, hold, inhale. As you exhale, bring yourself back up to center. Good. Excellent. So now we're going to try a little rotation. Let's take our feet straight out in front of us. Arms out long and strong, shoulder height. Nice long spine, seated right over your sits bones. Hips are stacked right over the hips. Shoulders are stacked right over the hips. Nice and long and strong. Inhale. As you exhale, turn the rib cage to the right. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. Inhale. Exhale to the left. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. One more time each side. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. To the left. Inhale. Exhale. Turn to the left. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. Good job. Take your right hand, place it down by your hips in a comfortable position. Take the left hand, reach it overhead. Inhale. As you exhale, reach over the top, bending that spine to the right. Hold here. Inhale. As you exhale, back to center. One more time. Inhale. Exhale over. Keeping your sits bones evenly placed, so your weight is evenly placed on both of those sits bones. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. Switch sides. Left hand comes down on the mat. Right hand comes overhead. Inhale. Exhale, over to the side. Feel the stretch of that spine. Everything in Pilates should feel good. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. One more time. Inhale. As you exhale, over to the side. Inhale. Back to center. Exhale. Good job. Now let's take our hands, put them behind our hips. If you like, you can try and put them behind on your hip bones if that feels more comfortable to you. We're going to take a deep breath in. As you exhale, I want you to lean back and expand that rib cage, pushing the ribs to the ceiling. Bending the arms a little if they're on the floor. Tilting the head back as far as is comfortable for you. Inhale, exhale, come back to center. Inhale. As you exhale, roll the shoulders down and back and bring that chest up high again. Holding here. Feel that stretch. Inhale. As you exhale, come back to center. Good job. Let's come down to the mat now with our back on the mat. So we're going to sit parallel to our long way on our mat. Spine is long and strong, always sitting over those hip bones. Stack those shoulders over the hips. And we're going to slowly roll back one vertebrae at a time so our back is flat on the mat. Curve that spine, scoop that belly. We'll go into this a little more in detail in a minute. And lay yourself comfortably back down onto that mat. Let's talk for a minute about imprinting. Imprinting is relaxing here and starting to become aware of all the bony processes in your backside and how they're attaching or how they're touching and melding into that mat. Pretend that mat is a sea of sand and picture the bony processes of your body making an imprint in the sand. So your shoulder blades, the back of your head, your spine in certain parts of your spine, your hip bones. Now, focus on the hip bones for a moment. Are the hip bones evenly distributing that weight? Are you rolled up on one side naturally, or are you rolled up on the other? I want you to focus on those hip bones being placed, evenly distributing the weight. Excellent. From here, we're going to become aware of our feet, nice and flat. Our toes are spread, and the weight is distributed evenly here. We're going to think about our belly button. Pressing the belly button in toward the low back, lowering that low back onto the mat. As you do that, you're going to notice that your hips want to rotate forward just slightly. That's a good thing. This is an active thing. This is not something that we want to do when we're relaxing. But for right now, you want to press that low back into the mat, tightening that belly button up, pushing it toward the spine. All right, take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, I want you to lift just the tailbone off the mat. You feel the quads activate? Good. Hold that there. Big deep breath in. Exhale. Roll those hips up a little bit higher. So in regular fitness, we call this a glute bridge. We're coming into a glute bridge. We call these hip curls. Now come up a little bit higher. Move up a couple vertebrae higher until you're at your topmost reach that you can get to. Think about your ribs for a moment. Are your ribs popped? If your ribs are popped, your back is extending. This is not what we want. We want the ribs down. Pull the ribs down toward the mat, lifting the hips. Engage those glutes. Good. Pause here. Nice deep breath in. And nice big exhale. One more deep breath in. And exhale, bring it down to the mat. This is one vertebra at a time. Good job. I'm going to slide down here a little bit more. Okay, let's do that a little faster. Pressing the low back into the mat. Raise that tailbone. Feel the glutes activate. Feel the quads activate. Raise it a little higher, and up we go. Good. Squeezing the glutes. Feeling the weight in the heels of the feet. Feeling the quads activated. Good. Nice flat stomach. Nice flat line. Ribs are down. Excellent. Bring it back down. One more. Here we go. Inhale. As you exhale, lift that tailbone and come all the way up. Hold. Inhale. Exhale, come back down. Good job, guys. How are we doing over there? Everything cool? Okay. All right, let's take the right foot, bring it to tabletop position. Now the left foot to tabletop position. Once again, we're going to focus on pressing that belly button down toward the spine. I want you to scoop the abs. Think of the abs. Think of an ice cream scoop, and they've taken a giant one and scooped from your rib cage down to your hips, all of that excess whatever. And they've pressed it down toward the belly button toward the spine. Hold here, hold that low back on the spine. As you come down with your right foot, I want you to inhale first, exhale, come down with that right foot. That low back is going to slightly come off the mat. As you bring it up, the toe up, in an exhale, I want you to push that low back onto the mat, pressing it down gently. All right, let's try left. Inhale, exhale, left foot drops. As far as is good for you. Inhale, exhale, bring it back up slowly. Slower is better. Inhale, drop the right. Inhale, exhale, bring it back up. Moving on the exhales. Inhale, drop the right foot, left foot. Exhale, bring the left foot back up, slow. Are you pressing into the mat? Good, take your hands, put them on your stomach. You can feel that. You want that stomach to stay flat. Inhale, drop the right foot. Exhale, bring it back up, pressing into the mat. Inhale, drop the left foot. Exhale, bring back up. Last time each side. Inhale, drop the right foot. Exhale, bring it back up. Inhale, drop the left foot. Exhale, back up. Good. How'd we feel? How'd that feel? Take and bring your knees into your chest for a moment. You need to give yourself a little break. We're going to work on taking the knees, roll them over to the side here. In a nice bent position, take the hands out straight out front onto your side. Good. All right, then we're going to lift. Inhale, lift the arm up, the top arm up. Exhale, bring it all the way over to the back, to your range of motion. Rest here for a moment. Just notice the opening of that chest, how good that feels. Inhale, slide that arm up overhead. Exhale, bring it back to start. Inhale, raise that arm up. Exhale, bring it over to the other side. Inhale, bring it above the head. Exhale, bring it back to center. Last time. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, drop it over. Inhale, bring it up over the head. And exhale, back to center. Good job. Let's go to the other side. Flip over to your other side. Knees are bent. Arms are straight out in front of you. Inhale, raise that arm up. Exhale, bring it over. Keeping those knees pressed together. Inhale, bring that arm above the head. Exhale, bring it to center. Inhale, up. Long and strong. Exhale, over to the back. Keeping the knees pressed together. Don't let them separate. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, back to center. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, over flat. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, back to center. Good job. All right, I'm going to switch sides, but you guys come up to a seated position here. Feet are flat on the floor. We're going to do half rollbacks. All right, your sits bones. So take and lift the fatty part of your, everybody has it, so don't judge. The fatty part of your bottom and get right on those sits bones. Feet are flat on the floor, knees are bent, comfortable. Hips are over shoulders. Nice long spine. Ears are over hips, which are over your shoulders. All right, inhale. As you exhale, I want you to think of that scoop again. The scoop of the belly. So the back curves slightly. The belly is scooping. And we're gonna let go of the legs, slightly lean back. So the back is rounded here. Now raise the arms. Up to the ears. Pulling the shoulders down away from the ears. If you feel a little tremble in your tummy, that's awesome. Now breathe in. As you exhale, raise those arms down. Raise yourself up to a straight, long back, seated position. Again, inhale. As we exhale, we come back. This time raising the arms at the same time. Hold here. Feel that shake. Feel that tiny tremble. Breathe in. Exhale, come back up. Again. Inhale. Exhale, come back. Scooping that belly. Raising the arms. Holding. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears. Hold here. Feel that tremble. Those are your deep abdominals. Exhale. Come back up. This time, round your back. Forward, forehead forward. Good job. Take a rest there. All right, all the way down to the mat. Slowly taking a hold of your hamstrings. Curving that spine again. Scooping that belly. All the way down, gently lower yourself to the mat. Knees can be bent. We're going to think about that scoop in the belly. We're all about the scoop in the belly today. Press that low back into the mat. But first, let's do an experiment. Take the left hand, put it behind your head. Take the right hand, put it on your belly. I want you to do a regular sit-up. Just curl up right here. Do you feel your belly? It feels like a loaf of bread right there. Everybody feel that? That is your rectus abdominis. That is the most superficial muscle in your body. Come back down. We're not going to be working that. We're going to be doing Pilates. We're working the transverse abdominis. So here's what that looks like. Hands can be behind the head, hands can be at your sides. Drive that belly button to the mat, low back press into the mat. Inhale. As you exhale, nod the head, the chin to the chest. Raise the shoulders. As you raise the shoulders, I want you to slide the rib cage toward the hips. Hold. Do you feel the difference? There's not a pooch there. There's not a loaf of bread there. Exhale and come back down. All right, let's do that again. That lower back into the mat. Belly is scooped. We're holding that scoop. We're inhaling. As we exhale, nod. Shoulders come off. Rib cage slides toward the hips. It's not so much about lifting. Hold here. A couple breaths in and out. In. On your exhale, I want you to come back down halfway. Inhale. Exhale, come up higher. Inhale. Exhale, come back down halfway. Inhale. Exhale, come up. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way down. You feel the difference. Do you feel those lower abdominals or that deep transverse abdominis working? Good. All right, let's come up. Grab a hold of one of your hamstrings. Pull yourself up. We're going to go ahead and take and do full roll downs. We just did half roll downs. This time we're going to do full roll downs. Sitting in your favorite position here, scoop that belly, let go of the legs, and one vertebrae at a time. If this feels good for you, if not, stay up in the half roll down. Roll your body all the way to the ground, scooping that belly, hands come overhead. Press that low back into the mat. Now let's come on up. Inhale. As you exhale, raise the arms, tuck the chin, curve the shoulders up, and up we come. This should be a nice fluid motion. So I'm going to let you work at your own pace while I talk for a minute. If this becomes herky and jerky and you're pulling yourself up, stop doing that. Don't do that. Just come halfway down. If you need to use your hamstrings for support and come halfway down and up, that's perfectly fine. You're still getting the benefit. Scoop the belly. We're working those deep transverse and abdominis. So we can work here, we can work all the way down, your choice. I want a smooth, fluid motion. Pilates moves should always be smooth and fluid. Good job. Let's come all the way back down. Great. Now take your hand, put your right hand on your right hip. Bend your right leg. Take your left leg and extend it in the air. Straight up. If this bothers your back, bend your knee. All right. Bring that leg in toward your midsection and draw a circle around in the air. The reason your right hand is on your right hip is to show you that we don't want any movement in that hip. So both hip bones, as they're pressed into the mat, are equally distributing the weight. If you feel that hip bone want to rock and roll, make your circle smaller. You're working solely from that left leg. Nothing else is moving. Pilates is a lot about what doesn't move, what we hold stationary, as opposed to what we are moving. Let's reverse that circle. How we doing keeping those hips stable? Nice and stable. Excellent. All right, let's circle one more time and bring that knee, bend the knee, place the feet flat on the floor. Bring the right leg up, take the left hand, put it on your hip. The right leg comes straight up, and we circle toward the midsection first. Bringing into focus your hips, your pelvis. Are you able to keep that belly button back toward the spine? Are you able to keep that pelvis and those hip bones level? That left hip bone moving? Does it want to pull away? Yes. Can you control it from doing that? Working those teeny tiny muscles. And let's reverse. Good. All right, let's place that foot back on the ground. We're going to bring our knees to our chest, hands behind the hamstrings, and roll ourselves up to a seated position, legs out front. We're just going to do arms up to the side. A little rotation here. So we're going to inhale, and on the exhale, we come and pulse 3 times. 2, 3, back to center. Inhale, exhale, pulse left. 2, 3, back to center. Inhale, exhale, pulse 3, 2, 1, inhale, exhale, come back to center, inhale, exhale, 1, 2, 3, inhale, back to center, exhale, 2, 3, inhale, exhale, last time each side, exhale, inhale, exhale, 2, 3, excellent, bring back. Now let's sit back into our favorite position here. We're going to grasp the shins, sitting up nice and tall. Scoop the belly again so the back becomes nice and soft and rounded. And as we go back, we're going to roll back onto our mid-back. We don't ever want to come up onto our neck, our shoulders, only as high as our shoulders. And come back up to a balance point right here. Let's find our balance point before we roll. Right there, okay? So gently roll back, curving that spine, scooping that belly, and we come back up and balance. Put the brakes on. Yes. Keep the heels close to the glutes. This is just a fun one. It also gives your back a little massage. Two more. Last one. Come on up and balance right here. Excellent. Straighten the leg out. Straighten one leg out. Straighten the other leg out. Balancing. Nice long spine here. Grab the shin and the heel if you can. Scooping that belly. Good. Excellent. So today is just kind of a sampling of different kinds of things that we'll do. Two more. Feet flat on the ground. Let's take ourselves and go into tabletop. So turn your knees around, come back up. Knees are hip width apart. Coming over. Our palms are right underneath our shoulders. Our abs are engaged here. So pull that belly button up to the spine. I want you to round that back up and relax. So as we were sitting, we rounded that spine. We flexed the spine. This is it, doing the same thing in a different position. Up, and then just relax the spine down. We're not going to bring it into extension today. One more time. Up, and relax. Hold here. Belly button, abs are still active. We're going to focus on the scapula and the shoulder area. I want you to push up through the shoulders. Focusing on the shoulder area, and then let it drop down. As you do this, pull your neck back. We don't want the head jutting out like we do. So many of us, and I'm terrible at this, let our head jut forward. We want to keep that neck in line with our spine. So as we go, vacillate between dropping that chest and pressing up. Our neck stays in the same position. We're looking just above our fingertips. This opens up your scapula, activates those posture muscles. Good. Does that feel good? Yeah, it does. Two more. Excellent. Let me check my time, which I think is about out. All right. So let's curl our toes underneath. Raise our knees. Activate those abs. Press our booty to the roof and walk our hands back slowly to
to our feet. And let's just hang here for a moment if it feels good for you. Shake your head, yes. I will check out Pilates Mat Fusion again. Shake your head, no, I will not have those cookies in the cupboard. And when you're ready, bend those knees, round that beautiful back. Bring yourself up, arms above. Inhale and exhale. One more time, bend those knees nice and deep. Inhale up, hold, exhale down. Thanks for joining us today. We'll be here next Friday as well. You can come and join us in the studio or online. All right, take care. Thanks for joining.